Hi! In this video I want to share with you where I buy my gemstones and where I buy my silver metal supplies. There are a few places that I tried. I'm happy to recommend them to you. I know it's very hard, especially when you're getting started and you don't know where you could shop, where you could find trusted suppliers. So hopefully this video will help you a little bit. Okay, let's start with silver. I used to live in England. That's where I started silversmithing, metalsmithing. So, Kona is right here and she's kicking me. Hey, am I interrupting you? Like I was saying, in England, I was mainly purchasing from Cookson Gold. That's where you can find lots of supplies, silver sheet, wires, tubes, anything you need, honestly, not just metal, but also tools and other supplies. So I think it's a good source, trusted. I would definitely recommend them. Then some of my components I was purchasing from the Curious Gem. This one is great. And I see that over time their site grew and they are offering lots and lots of products. And I would also purchase gemstones from them, but I'll talk about that in a second a bit more. For now, let's move on to Carel Craft. They also have a wide range of metal supplies. You can purchase wires, sterling silver sheet and tubes. And with the UK, that's actually everything. I was always just purchasing from those few sites, mostly Cookson Gold. In the States, I haven't been ordering from them often, but I did order a little, and I know that's the main supplier in the US, which is Rio Grand, and you've probably heard of them. And I think, again, like with Cookson Gold in the UK, this is largest, I think, supplier in the US, or one of the largest ones. They have a big offer. I think that's a perfect place to start and shop for your supplies. And if you're unsure what to choose, what would be the best for your needs, you can always contact customer service and find out a bit more from them. There's also Adofray, and I can see that they don't only sell tools, but also metal supplies. Sterling silver sheet, wires, granulation. That's another site you might want to consider. And then we move to Poland, because that's where I am right now. And I purchase my silver from several places. Proma would be my main supplier for silver sheet and wires right now, mainly because I am local in Krakow and that's where they have their shop. So I just like to pop by, purchase what I need. It's just the easiest for me right now. There's also Hopea, and this one I haven't been ordering from them a lot, but I am going to try them out, and my friends are actually very happy with them. Also sterling silver sheet, wires. Oh, I missed one, sorry. There's also a shop in the UK. It's called Metal Clays For You. I believe they started with metal clay, perhaps. But they also sell like decorative wires, like, you know, gallery wires. And that's where I started purchasing my gallery wire. If you are in the UK, that's another great supplier. I know they have their own shop and they are also on Etsy. That's all regarding metal. Now let's move on to gemstones, which might be probably something you're more interested in. And I have a few categories here. Etsy sellers, I have sellers that have separate websites, and I have sellers on Instagram. So depending on how you prefer to shop, there are these few options. I want to pause for a moment to tell you about Craftsy, the sponsor of today's video. Craftsy is your online resource for all things creative. In this online community of like-minded makers, members can find endless inspiration, advance their skills, and discover new favorite hobbies. There are over 2,000 classes in more than 20 creative categories like knitting, drawing, baking, or crochet, which is something I will be learning during this Christmas break. Craftsy Craftsy classes include step-by-step instructions plus helpful downloadable resources to make learning easy. Not only that, but you can learn anywhere and watch on your own time, with classes that are broken down into short, easy-to-follow lessons. The first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the video description will get a full year of premium membership to Craftsy for only $1.49. That's a huge discount compared to the normal price at $123. Let's start with like a separate websites. There's Turquoise Moves, and I always recommend them when it comes to turquoise because it's a massive website, great customer service, trusted seller. I worked with them once in the past, so while obviously I'm not paid or sponsored to say this, they did like a small affiliation with me in the past by sending me some of their turquoise, and I was making jewelry with it. So I did have their products in my hands and I'm very happy with them. Then we have Gemstones For Sale, fast shipping, great experience shopping on the website, a wide variety of gemstones. I've purchased my scenic agate from them. I was very happy. I can see that they have raised prices a little bit, but recently it's unavoidable. Everyone will have risen their prices, so you have to be prepared for that. But they have really good quality gemstones. Then in the UK, I shopped my gemstone beads, so for bracelets and all of that, from Bead Shop UK, and I was very happy. So back in the day when I was still making my bracelets, like couples bracelets, all of that, I was mostly purchasing beads, and that was my main supplier. Never had any problems with them. Carel Craft, again, they also offer little gemstone cabs, and like I mentioned before, the Curious Gem. They offer loose gemstones as well, little cabochons, but other shapes too. And I would purchase like a little 4mm cabochons from them for my tiny little rings that I was making on Etsy as well. Okay, and now let's move on to Instagram, maybe. And with Instagram, so I don't often shop on Instagram because I don't exactly enjoy this format of auctions. It's very stressful for me, and I prefer to have some time to think about my purchase and just not have to make a decision on a whim. And usually it is on a whim because you just have seconds to decide whether you want something or not. But a lot of people do that. You might be fine with it. Okay, so let's start with Airai Gems 2. That's their profile. They sell beautiful caps, mostly rose cuts, and they are really good quality. So I would definitely recommend them. They also have shop on Etsy. Then there are Gemscals. What I like is that they place the price on the photo itself. So it saves you time when you have to make that decision really quickly. You see the price immediately, so you don't have to open the description box while making the decision. So I do appreciate that. I think that's a great solution. Then there are cabochons for sale. Again, similar format. Cabochons for sale and Gemscals seem to be working together. The same format, again, just listing everything very clearly. Very nice caps. Then we have Stephen Smith turquoise. This one's not exactly an auction type. You can shop through all their listings on the profile and it's just much easier. Very clear photos, description. I've purchased quite a few lots of little turquoise from Stephen, so I would definitely recommend him. Shops on Etsy. Okay. There is Jewels of Joy Art. And this is one of the first shops I was actually purchasing from. I've purchased a lot of gemstones from them. And as you can see, it's not the highest quality and they are very cheap. So these would be great like starter gemstones if you're not working with silver yet, so you could work with copper or brass to practice your skills. But sometimes you can really find a pearl here. I did find quite a few amazing gemstones that were very unique and it was amazing value for money. Then if you love labradorite, I purchased from A to Z stones, and they are a bit more expensive, but just look at that. They are really beautiful. Then there's Gems Carton. Is that right? Yeah. As you can see, a lot of purchases, a lot of stars. Great place for your smaller gems. I've ordered from them quite a few times and I was very happy. So I would definitely recommend them. They are from India. Then we have Airai Gems Co. Airai? What's Airai? I was supposed to say RK. You know what I mean. That's the Etsy profile of that profile on Instagram. Sorry. And you can always find little caps and rose cuts here as well. And we have Agarwal Gems Creations. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I've purchased quite a few carved gemstones from this shop and I was very happy. Good quality, fast shipping. Treasured Gem Hunter Jane offers beautiful sets of really high quality gemstones. I've purchased pink tourmaline from her. I've used most of it for my butterfly rings and it was perfect. I was very happy. So I would definitely recommend her and give this shop a go. And I've seen that other jewelers were also ordering from her a lot. But she's based in the UK. I don't have a lot of Etsy shops from the States because I haven't been ordering from them. And now in Poland, I can tell you that I stopped ordering online. And why is that? Because we have quite a few gem shows here. And this is something I wanted to recommend a lot because shipping costs extra. And I would need an invoice for my purchase to include it in the cost of my business. And they usually don't provide that. So I didn't want to eat that cost every time. I preferred to purchase them in person because of the invoices and also because now I moved on to better quality gemstones, so I'm purchasing less but better quality, and it's just so much better to buy in person because you can examine each stone and decide for yourself whether you want it or not. I've purchased some really nice gems online on Etsy, but when they arrived I was actually able to see that some of them have little scratches or they have inclusions that actually look like they're cracked, but they're not. Those are inclusions, but you know, it's a bit awkward to explain that to the customer, like, oh, this gemstone's not actually cracked, although it does look like it is. Trust me. You know, it just creates this unnecessary awkward situation. And what do I do with the gemstone like that? So now I definitely prefer to just purchase in person by myself from the shops I trust during the gem shows. And I really like Mineral Expo. That's in Warsaw. It's an international, massive gem show. And there are a few happening throughout the year in Krakow as well. Okay, I hope this video was helpful and useful. And thank you so much for tuning in today. I will see you in the next one and Merry Christmas, everyone. Bye!